A young boy's body on a beach while the entire world mourns. A young girl's body in the ruins of Aleppo, smashed to smithereens by barrel bombs filled with chlorine, courtesy of President Assad of Syria. Many, many children maimed, mutilated, dying in hospitals and schools in Yemen, courtesy of the bombing from Saudi Arabia. Young girls abducted in northern Nigeria by Boko Haram, never to be heard from again. Many children still dying in southern Africa in the absence of treatment for AIDS, indeed in the absence of drug formulations which are sufficient to treat children. Children in terribly difficult circumstances, some of them dying in northern Mozambique from the drought and famine inducing acute malnutrition. Thousands and thousands and thousands of children sexually trafficked in Eastern Europe from South Asia. There is a war on children. It's not that it's a war which is unobserved. It's a war that very little is done about, or nothing is done about. And this last week, UNICEF issued a report on migrant children and refugees showing that there were 50 million children in the world now in those appalling circumstances, living lives of agony and terror and despair. 1 out of every 200 children on the planet is either migrant, internally displaced, or refugee. It used to be 1 out of 350 just a few years ago. The numbers are narrowing. The numbers are increasing. And then UNICEF also issued another report last week which didn't get much coverage, which showed what happens to these children beyond maiming and mutilation in conflict and post-conflict situations. They don't go to school. They're denied education. And in many countries, 1/3 to 2/3 of the children eligible for primary school are not in school. Liberia, Afghanistan, Nigeria, Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea, Niger, Mali, the list goes on. You know, there's a convention on the rights of the child. It became a law in October of 1990. That's 26 years ago. It's been ratified by 192 of the 193 member states of the United Nations, and it has explicit clauses for the protection of children. Have you ever seen a greater gap between rhetoric and reality? A greater yawning chasm between words on the printed page and shattered lives and hopes? That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.